It's in the 70s, clear blue skies. It's in the 50s at night. It's been like this just about every day this week, except for Saturday and Sunday. This past Saturday, it rained almost all day, and the heavy rains kind of did a number on my tulips. And then on Sunday, the temperature dropped down into like the 40s, and it was windy, so hold on. I just had to wait for those tractor trailers to go by. But then the next day on Monday, it started warming up again, and it's kind of done a number on my spring plants. So I'm gonna go through, start deadheading these guys, and also my tulips. I'll show you guys those in a few minutes. But once I deadhead them, these spring plants are gonna start dying off, and then they're gonna make room for the summertime plants coming up. But here you guys go. These are the daffodils, hyacinths over here. I think I deadheaded a couple daffodils on the last video, but if I didn't, I'll show you how to do it. You just kind of follow the flower spike all the way down to the bottom, and then you just snip it off. Just like that. And I'm gonna go through after this video, and I'm just gonna deadhead the rest of my daffodils, and that'll be it for these guys for this spring. But while I'm over here taking a look at these tiger lilies, I have morning glories right there. I plan on doing the fence with them. There's a couple plants I planted there that will hopefully start peaking soon. I'm over here. When I'm over here, and I got my pull that out. Morning glories. I forgot. I think the iris right here, Caesar's Brothers iris. This is a bearded iris right here. It's actually doing pretty good. A tiger lily. I planted a hosta there. These daffodils are dying off. These guys, I got to take a check-in at the daylilies down here. This iris over here is doing pretty good. There's another iris that's over there. These tulips I planted in the fall last year, and they were actually real small. So I wasn't really expecting these guys to bloom this year, but maybe next year. So I'll be sure to put more tulips along this fence line to go with this daffodils for next year. I have a couple more plants scattered all throughout here. Over here, you can tell that there's a Gladys that started to come up right here. The Gladys right there. The mugwort over here is actually starting to shoot up. So that will be, I'll start trimming that in probably the next couple weeks. Over here, got some Gladyses there. I did put the Cosmos cups like right in the ground, and I'm gonna see how they work out, if they like dissolve and break down. If not, the Cosmos aren't really that big of a plant, so it's not gonna really affect the roots that much. But I'm just gonna test to see how that works. These tiger lilies. And then you can see how the weather really affected these tulips, so I'm just gonna deadhead them over here. I'm just gonna follow it all the way down It's the first stem here. And you could tell that on these tulips, all the petals already fell off. And what's going to end up happening is this will turn into seeds if I don't deadhead them. So I want to do it now, so that way the plant will just use that energy. Instead of producing seeds, it will use that energy into the bulb and come back better next year. So moving on. There's a couple other ones. I have a couple of little, right here. A couple little guys planted throughout. There's one there. Here are the red tulips. I'll do the same thing on this guy. And while I'm over here, take a look at this columbine. Still sending out more flowers, so. Here's the cardinal plant. You can see that they're starting to create little stalks. Plant there. This iris over here is recovering very good from when I first got it. This tiger lily, morning glories. This is kind of, in the next few weeks are going to be an odd time for the plants because the spring plants are dying off and the summertime plants aren't here quite yet. So during the next few weeks, this columbine is going to bloom. My roses are going to start blooming, and the cosmos. So for the month of May, I have those three plants going to be blooming. Over here, the tiger lily, there's iris over here, that cardinal plant. Here are my daylilies. You can see it on these pansies here that they're actually starting to change colors. On the leaves, they're starting to turn purple. So that's pretty cool. This tiger lily, I believe it's going to be huge. Still got a few more months to grow. Little petunia right there. There's tulips. And over here on the rose, it's actually pretty cool because you could actually start seeing the buds starting to form. Here's a little bud right there. There's a little bud right there. So yeah, in the next few weeks, this rose is gonna have it's gonna be full of blooms. Over here the hyacinths are doing okay. I have a lily right there. These hyacinths are doing pretty good. I have another lily there, another lily there. And here, 3 more Gladyses. And then I have the 2 cosmos here too, so it's the front garden. Like I said, the next couple weeks there isn't really going to be too many blooms, but the cosmos, the rose, and the columbine will be blooming. Let's check out the backyard garden. So here's basically almost my finished product. of my garden beds and my trellis. I just actually finished building this on Monday, and I planted the grape here, and then I also put blueberries here, and then I found this strawberry container and I planted the strawberries all in it. I'm kind of nervous about this because it's a little top heavy and it fell and broke already, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But yeah, this is pretty much a garden beds that I built. I'm just mulching leaves, and I'm kind of just spreading them across the beds to keep the moisture in the ground. But yep, so it's gonna be blueberries, grapes, strawberries, and probably watermelon and pumpkins back here. But yep, stay tuned for more videos on that. So I still have a lot of my seedlings, a lot of the Cosmos and Morning Glories. And I just have them sitting outside until I find places for them. But one thing is, I did some research. These are the cardinal plants, and they are very slow growing. So by the end of the summer, these will be like little rosettes, and then next year they'll create stalks. So these are cardinal plants. That's my hosta. These guys are the scarlet sages, and when I first started bringing them outside, I noticed that the leaves here were fading and starting to fall off. So I was trying to figure out what the problem was, and they were getting too much water. So I took them out of the 2-cup system and just water them every few days now, and you can see that they're starting to get their color back and actually grow little new leaves. So that's the update on the seedlings here. And I just started these seedlings. These are going to be the watermelon, pumpkin, and a couple other seedlings. So I just started those. Those should be ready in about a week. These are sunflower seedlings.